Hello, this is Brian Simon, Principal Broker of Fit Realty. Thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of Fit and Friends. Today I have the honor to introduce you to a very dear friend of mine, Glenn P. Brooks Jr. Glenn, can you tell our watchers a little bit about yourself?
Well, Brian, first of all, thanks for having me, man. My name's Glenn P. Brooks Jr. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and I'm a relationship coach. And for the last 3 years, we have been adding a ton of value to people in an online community. It's called our MAPS Relationship Academy, stands for Marriages and Parenting Successfully. Our goal really is to help people grow their couple, parenting, and even singles who want to get married, to grow their relationships intentionally.
And so today I wanted to ask you the question, real estate agents, from my view as a principal broker, each agent is an entrepreneur. They're responsible for their own business growth. So even though we provide a lot for them as a brokerage, it's up to each one of them. So can you tell us a little bit of advice on helping entrepreneurs reach their goals?
Well, I think first of all, Brian, and that's a great question, because entrepreneurs need to understand that if you are not married to your why, the what won't matter. So let me give you an example when I'm talking about that. My why is so big, it makes whatever I have to do to get there something I'm willing to do. I was talking with some of the people that I get to coach, and we do have a master class where we coach entrepreneurs and teach them how to grow their business, particularly in the online space. And I think that so many entrepreneurs have this thought that someone else is going to build their dream. And so when you have a real estate agent who comes to Fit, they have to have a mind's eye of where they want to be, and then the value that they add by being a part of this team, it will bear that out. And so I really think that when you start talking about a goal and really realizing it, it has to start with, what is my why? Why am I doing this? What is the reason? What is my passion? What wakes me up in the morning, and what causes me to want to go get it? And if that thing isn't big enough, the what you have to do to get there will cause you to short circuit every time.
Lose energy along the way.
100%.
Yeah. So how do entrepreneurs not lose energy along the way? How do they stay motivated throughout the year?
Brian, that's another great question. I think for me personally, one of the things that I've come to the conclusion of is I've had to sort of shift my mindset when it comes to goals. And for me, I like to look at goals as something that I have to create a mission behind. So for instance, there's one thing to have a goal to lose weight. It's another thing to adopt a mission to be healthy. Those are two different thoughts. And so my goal to lose weight can be lost sight of easily because I'll fall off of it. If there's no one to hold me accountable, then I may or may not achieve that goal. But if it becomes a mission in my life for me to be healthy, because I want to walk my daughter down the aisle, because I want to be able to play with my grandchildren, because I want to be able to travel with my wife, I need my health to do that. It becomes my mission. I think it reorganizes your energy, and it causes your motivation to be high. And the last thing I will say is that you really have to build a vision for that. Most people don't understand that vision gives birth to motivation. When you have a vision, when you understand where you're going before you ever start, it will motivate you to get up every morning, because that vision is something that has to be accomplished.
Have you ever known a business person who doesn't run into many challenges?
None. 4.5 years ago, when we started our full-time entrepreneur journey, I realized that there was a reason why I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. Now, this is going to sound sort of contradictory to some things I say. I want you to listen really carefully. I wanted to add value to people in the area of their relationships so badly that it caused me to build a business as the vehicle to move that process. Does that make sense? I've authored 6 books, Brian, and we've sold almost 40,000 books since 2011. It's not because I'm a fantastic writer. It's not because I'm this great, have great penmanship and just this great lyricist and come up with words and things like. No, it is because I have a mission to see to it that when children grow up, they don't have to recover from their childhood. I need to put that message in a book. For parents to be able to stay together for the reasons that they need to stay together. For couples to be able to make it the long haul, because I promise you, we all need some help. And I had to create a vehicle to take that help from where I am, to where other people are, and so I could connect to them.
So Glenn, tell me and tell our viewers, what is one thing that an entrepreneur can hold on to, or that they can focus on to ensure their success long term?
Well, I think, Brian, I know for me, it really resulted in accountability. And I think a lot of people have this notion that accountability is something that someone else holds us to. And if you actually look up the word accountability, it's really about self-awareness. It's the thing I need to do to be able to level up. Let me say this. In the entrepreneur space, here's what you're gonna have more than anything else. You're gonna have a lot of time. And the problem with a lot of time and no accountability is that you will waste it. And I've come to the conclusion, because I don't own time, I don't get to manage it. But what I do get to manage is me. And so if I have something that motivates me, we talked about a vision, we talked about translating your goals into a mission. When I have a vision that drives me, it causes me to be accountable to that vision. So now for me, for instance, in the relationship space, I have to live what I talk about. So my wife can't be bickering and arguing and fussing and fighting and going through changes and then get on camera and say, you need to be able to get your marriage together. That's crazy. So the accountability factor is simple. Glenn, if you can't hold yourself accountable to a standard that you believe in, how in the world can you execute on what it is that you see? That vision will never come to pass, and you'll lose sight, you'll lose energy all the time. So for me, it really is about developing systems of accountability within myself.
That is awesome. That's solid and strong. Thank you for coming by today, Glenn. Truly an honor, privilege to have you. I appreciate what you do to impact the lives of families and business owners around the world. And I thank you for coming by today. So thank you all for watching and being a part. Enjoy your week. And thanks for joining Fit and Friends.
Thanks for having us.